Hello and welcome. Thank you for making the decision to be present for the third week of our inaugural Partner Financial 7-week workshop webinar. I'm your host, Dr. Pamela Ellis, and I'm a licensed and appointed financial and health consultant with World Financial Group and WealthWave. I work within our network of more than 140 financial and health organizations. And I'm going to share my slide here. Many of us have come to know at various stages of our lives the programs, plans, and products that have provided health and life and retirement benefits for those who know and love our families, businesses, and communities. Wherever we are in life, we continue to ask ourselves important questions. Questions that encompass our ability to have a prosperous life, quality health care, and an honorable legacy for family and charitable organizations. Today, and for the next additional 4 weeks, take up the challenge to prioritize 1 hour, 60 minutes each week on Wednesday to complete the WealthWave 7 Money Milestone system review. Write down your questions in the Q&A section. We'll work through them. Stay tuned, stay positive. Keep your eyes on the prize for personal development, professional development, focusing on mastering your highest human and financial potential toward achieving your various life goals. The WealthWave 7 Money Milestones were developed for individuals and by extension, families and businesses, equipping all who want to achieve financial security, independence, and the ability to navigate life's financial twists and turns with a solid education background foundation. Within our Money Milestones company, there is a vision and system for education, financial strategy, and entrepreneurship. We have covered the importance of a financial education and working with a trained and licensed financial professional, which is our milestone number 1, which gives you the industry standard contract and education resources, as well as the financial concepts found in our How Money Works book series. During our first week, I also shared with you the 50-30-20 budgeting system and information on how to calculate the financial incentive. So if you have not received the documents that I'm referring to, I can forward them to you by email. So I encourage everyone attending our webinar to make an appointment for a complimentary financial needs assessment with me or someone else, a financial professional who invited you to make an appointment. There's no fee for a complimentary professional financial needs assessment. Be a wealth builder with us and begin this process. So today, we are at milestone number 3. And I'm going to go to our slide here and we'll get started there as well. So this graphic, it demonstrates our book as well as the informational resources that we provide. We have podcasts, webinars, and our website, our blog. So we provide you with all this information in addition to the personal complimentary financial needs assessment. So as you can see here, these are our money milestones, and we've already completed milestone number 1. And so that is making sure that you have a financial professional that's helping you and you have the resources. So if you have not made that appointment, do so together. Also, profit protection, we went over a list of all the different types of protection that is recommended by our industry standards. And so that's things that we can get in place for you. Protect against loss of income and loss of savings. And today we will cover emergency fund. And then next week, we will cover on July 23rd, debt management. And on July 30th, we will cover cash flow. And on August 6th, we cover build wealth. And August 13th, we cover protect flow. So today, as wealth builders, we're looking at milestone number 3. What is it and why is it important? Emergency fund. An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months income that you have to immediately access if you need to for unexpected emergency expenses. So the 2 rules of an emergency fund is rule number 1. Your emergency fund is only for unexpected emergencies. That's all. And rule number 2, if you have an emergency, then you spend the money. That's what it's for. So as you can see here, if your annual income is $50,000, the 6 months emergency fund is $25,000. If your annual income is $100,000, your 6 month income would be $50,000. 200,000, 100,000. So this is what is the industry standard. However, some people need more than this amount because of their specific occupations and not being able to possibly get a job quickly. You may need 12 months income if you have unemployment as an example. So again, it is money set aside to pay for large unexpected expenses. And here's a list of possible expenses. And so you see that with, as an example, unforeseen medical expenses, we generally recommend oftentimes that if you have a hospital indemnity or a critical care plan, that if you do come up with an unexpected hospital stay or an unexpected diagnosis, you won't have to use your emergency fund then either. So it's better because we do routinely work with our clients where they're getting lump sum payments for medical expenses, for hospital stays. $10,000 covers hospital indemnity. If you have $50 a month, you can get hospital indemnity policy in some cases for $10,000 or $20,000 for cancer indemnity payment for a low monthly amount. So that is what we're looking at, how to manage your finances so that you don't have to go into debt or spend money with a credit card and get the high interest rate because you have an emergency fund. And it goes also with your home appliance repair, the replacement, the fridge that goes out. You'll have money to pay for that. Emergency car fixes for, as I mentioned, for. So emergency funds create a financial buffer, and the funds keep you afloat in a time of need. You don't have to rely on your credit cards or high interest loans. And it's really important if you have debt because it protects you from the need to borrow more. And this again is related to credit card use. So the golden rule of credit card use is to pay the full balance on time every month and to stay out of credit card debt so that you have a high credit score. And there are many financial professionals who don't like to talk with clients unless they have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund in place. And you ask yourself, why is that? Because it does prove your accountability and that you won't lose the benefits that you would have because we're helping you get into different types of plans. So you don't want to lose your proper protection. You don't want to lose your payment on your insurances, your retirement savings. So it shows your accountability. And so you're able to make those payments, your house payments every month, even if you have something unexpected to happen. In terms of statistics, in 2025, a survey was done. U.S. News and World Report surveyed 1,207 Americans between January 8th and 15th, and they found that 2 in 5 Americans do not have an emergency savings fund. So it's a large amount of people, and nearly as many, 40%, could not cover a $1,000 emergency expense with cash for savings. And women, it was found, have a lower amount of emergency funds than men. So you see here in terms of their savings. So American women have an emergency savings with a median balance of $6,500, where men have $11,000 in savings. And nearly half of women don't have an emergency fund, compared with just 36% of men who don't. And the median balance of emergency funds was given at $10,000. So you see, you have to ask yourself, is this a 3 month or a 6 month amount? And for most people, they're going to make more than $10,000 in 3 months. So you see the problem here that it's not going to cover all of your expenses. So we have to look at the importance of the emergency fund. And the number one money goal in 2025, according to the report, was building emergency savings. 82% of Americans have that they have a financial goal, and it's saving money, paying off debt, buying a car or home, investing and saving for retirement. So in essence, we have to be serious about the need for change and actually do what we need to do to have an emergency fund. And milestone number 3, money affirmations. We need to tell ourselves that this is the case. This is what's going to happen. If you're going to have this emergency fund, if you're going to set up the fund, you're going to know how to do it. You're going to know why you're doing it, and you're going to set it up. So where should you place your emergency fund account? There are many ways that you can determine where to put your money. And some of the places that is recommended is the high yield savings account. And these are readily attainable, accessible. And so those are like the best place where you're going to get a high interest rate on your savings. And you can get the money right away. And now with the mobile apps, there are different mobile apps available where you can use them to do self invest, self investing, and you can use them within my network. We have different ones that people are using, and I'm only educating today. I'm not really providing any type of investment advice. I'm asking everyone to look at high interest savings account as a possibility, and your mobile app. And one that I know that people are using quite a bit is Acorn, and that money is invested and then it's rounded up with purchases, and it's very accessible. You can get your money at any time. So those are possibilities. The time is now. Be aware of your financial choices today, this week, this month, and this year with relevant decision making. And as we've talked about, that we're in the middle of July now, so we're looking at our financial decision making in June and throughout the year, and also what is to come for this year and next year. We're looking at our short-term goals, our midterm goals, and our long-term goals, and our savings, and we're making those choices. So we do want to live our best life, and with our budgeting, we can determine the categories where we're placing our money and making purchases based on our budgeting system. We talked about how we do that with the categories, and we look at where our money is going in different categories of the budgeting. And here, as you can see, with our money discovery program, we do list your goals here and your short-term, your midterm, and your long-term goals, as well as others. So, and you see that setting up an emergency fund is right there in the middle of the goals, because it is one of the number one goals that we all have to ensure that we meet, as well as building our retirement wealth and also creating guaranteed retirement income, having housing, and also our education needs, our family, parents, long-term care needs, and entrepreneurship. So we ask ourselves these important questions. And so we're looking at how much money at the end of the month can we allocate to these goals. And we have the account set up so that we can allocate to those accounts. And a lot of times we can use automatic transfers to do that. So these are the important concepts in terms of the emergency fund. And so now I'll take any questions and we'll talk more. Okay. I don't see any questions. So I'll look forward to seeing you all next week. And we will go over the milestone number 4, debt management, on Wednesday, July 23rd. I look forward to talking to you this week, and we'll see you then. Take care.